Hi, I'm Joe Talentino, and this is another episode of I Know Jax. Today I have an awesome show lined up for you. Now lately I've been eating my way around Jacksonville and I've been to a bunch of great foodie adventures. Recently I went to Candy Apple Cafe and Cocktails for a media event, and as usual, Chef Jamie did an awesome job and Marlon served up some great cocktails too. Now if you haven't been to Candy Apple Cafe for dinner yet, you should try it out. It's incredible. My favorite was the duck confit. Now, I always say that you can't have too much good food in your life, and you can't. You can, of course, eat too much, but that's different, and I do that sometimes too. My excuse is, of course, that it's part of my job. I often talk about supporting our local restaurants like Candy Apple Cafe and our local businesses here in Jacksonville. It's very important for the local community because when you choose to eat at a local restaurant or shop at a local store, you're not only supporting the business, more money stays in the local community. Going to a chain restaurant is different that way. Your little dinner purchase is not going to affect the big box restaurant's bottom line, not that much. But when a group of us visits a local restaurant, bar, or store, it really makes a big impact. Today, we're widening our scope, leaving the River City and going north to Amelia Island. We're going to Fernandina, where we're visiting Kenny Gilberts' Underground Kitchen. Top Chef contestant Kenny Gilbert has opened a restaurant up in Amelia, and it's called Gilberts' Underground Kitchen. We're going to go check it out. So I'm with Kenny in the kitchen, and I know you're known for fine dining stuff. How'd you get into the whole barbecue thing, man?
Barbecue started with me back when I was cooking with my dad back in Ohio. I started cooking at the age of 3, scrambling eggs with my mom.
Right.
And then watching my dad barbecue from the patio. You know, my mom wouldn't let me actually go out there too young because of all the smoke.
Right.
So I got a chance to watch him from afar.
Cool. So what is it you're making here for us today?
Today we're going to do two of our signature items,
okay.
Using alligator ribs.
Alligator ribs.
Alligator ribs.
Okay.
Yes,
so these aren't wild alligators. These
no, they're
farm
raised to about 6 feet.
Okay.
I
was going to ask because these ribs aren't that huge.
No, they're not huge. And what I've done prior to this, I've taken and rubbed them with our Raging Cajun spice rub.
Right.
And then I smoked them for about 2 or 3 hours over some pecan and oak wood. And then we bring them in and then cook them really slow in the oven for like another 45 minutes with a little diluted South Carolina barbecue sauce.
Cool.
And a little bit of chicken stock.
Sounds good. Let's get it going.
So this particular preparation is being served with our potato salad, which is named after my mom. It's called Carlotta's potato salad.
Cool.
And it's the name of that because she's the one who taught me how to make it.
All right. Got to give props, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The next is we actually have a Brussels sprout slaw.
Oh, that sounds good.
Where we take nice shaved Brussels sprouts with toasted pecans, pickled spicy raisins, and an apple cider mustard seed dressing.
Wow.
Okay.
While the meat's in the oven, Chef Kenny prepares some Texas toast. He adds dill pickles made from local cucumbers. He adds a little bit of slaw and the potato salad made from Mom's recipe.
We buy dried pinto beans, and a process we do for our regular ribs. We poach them off, start them off with like Cajun spice, molasses, a little Worcestershire, and then it kind of makes a nice stock.
A lot of TLC goes into those.
Oh yeah, and then we take the ribs out, and then we add the beans and let that cook and bake them off in the oven.
Sounds
and then we
awesome.
add all the ingredients. We kind of have our plate pretty much ready to rock and roll. So we glaze it up with a South Carolina barbecue sauce, and we also have it on the side.
Got to have a lot of sauce, man.
A lot of sauce. And then from there, we just grab our ribs.
Oh man, look how nice that is.
Yeah, so we're nice and glazed up. And then we shake a little bit of our Cajun spice on there.
Nice. Kenny, that looks edible, man.
I think so. I think so, yeah. So this is our alligator ribs, South Carolina barbecue sauce. This is our meat and 3 feature. Beans, potato salad, and Brussels sprout slaw. So what we do with these ribs, they're already cooked and they're really nice and tender. You'll see how tender they are. We pull the meat off the bone. So from there, it just comes right apart. So as you can see, the bone goes about 3/4 of the way up, and then you have a nice little cartilage. So everyone always asks, oh, so what are alligator ribs? Well, they're alligator ribs.
That's not a trick question.
Not a trick question. So we pull all the meat off. Every order gets a slab of ribs. So we keep them in their whole form, cryovac in a circulator, staying at a perfect temperature at about 140 degrees.
Hold it, the tenderness as well.
Absolutely. Keeps it really nice and tender, keeps all the flavor.
Chef Kenny puts the meat in the pan and adds a little bit of barbecue sauce.
The next thing we have with this is a Carolina Gold Rice porridge.
Okay.
So we get our Carolina Gold Rice from Anson Mills out of South Carolina, and then we take water, butter, and salt, and we basically cook this like it's a congee. Okay, so I consider this to be like a southern style congee.
Okay.
So it's very neutral. You let the rice flavor speak for itself, and we cook it to it's a nice, almost a grit-like consistency.
Right.
Okay, but there is no cream. It's just a little bit of butter, salt, and then the natural starches from the rice.
Wow.
Padron peppers, they also call them the roulette pepper.
Oh, gotcha.
Like 1 out of every 6 or so,
It's hot.
It's hot. So we do a mix of quarter Brussels sprouts and the peppers, and we just fry them.
Oh, deep fry. Gotcha.
We deep fry them.
It's time to load up the bowl with the congee, and then the alligator ribs are put on top. Then he adds the peppers and the Brussels sprouts. That looks mouth-watering good.
I like it because it's kind of bringing the South and Asia kind of together in terms of the idea of the technique, but using all Southern ingredients.
Yeah.
I created a citrus mop indigenous to Florida, where you take apple cider vinegar, orange marmalade, garlic, scallion, salt and pepper, and brought it all together. So we add this, it kind of gives a little bit of brightness to the dish.
Nice. I've had alligator tail, but never alligator ribs. It's got a little heat to it too. Pretty cool. Next, we're going to try out some sangria here at Gilbert's Underground Kitchen.
Hey guys, my name is Miguel Gallardo, goalkeeper for the Armada FC, and you're watching I Know Jax.
So Tiffany, I understand you're going to do some awesome sangrias made with wine-based liquors.
Yes.
That sounds crazy, but good.
Yes, very delicious.
So show me what you got, man.
Okay, first of all, we're going to do the summer sangria. We already have our wine-based liquor in our glass measured up. We will...
So is that supposed to be rum?
It is actually like a gin-based. Yes,
okay,
yes. And we tear off our rosemary. So we're going to throw everything in together. We muddle very well, get all the flavors released from the rosemary.
Release all the oils and
yes,
stuff. Yeah,
yes.
crazy.
Get all that good flavor in there. 3/4 of an ounce of our lemon simple syrup.
Nice.
And then we do our juniper simple syrup. All right. After this, we muddle together. Release all those nice oils. Get the good flavor in there.
The sweetness from the strawberry.
Yes. Yes. We don't want to macerate the strawberry, but you know, just let that good flavor out there.
Muddle and macerate.
What words to use
Those
for
are
your
big
fruity summer
fancy words
beverage?
for mashed stuff.
Yes, yes.
Oh, so you don't strain it straight back into the...
Straight back into the glass, just like so.
Next, the sunrise sangria with jalapeno lime simple syrup, a couple of cut up tomatillos, and poblano peppers. Tiffany, the muddle queen, goes to work, adds ice, and pours the sunrise sangria in a glass. Tiffany tells me that Chef Kenny is a beast in the kitchen, and our next sangria is named after him. The beast combines passion fruit, thinly sliced jalapenos, then it's topped with ginger beer, sort of like a Moscow mule. Interesting.
It would be really rude of me to let you make these drinks and not give them at least a little bit of a taste.
Yes.
So I'm going to start, this one's the summer, right?
Yes.
Man, look at that, that's beautiful.
That's terrible. You wouldn't like that at all.
Kenny told me that they have an awesome brunch at this place too, so you might want to make a Sunday drive up there for that. Now, going to Amelia is a really nice drive. You can even take the Mayport Ferry across. Now, I love my job as a TV host for I Know Jax. It's one of the best jobs in Jacksonville. I get to go on great adventures and I spend a lot of time hanging out in restaurant kitchens and tasting gourmet food. I meet a lot of top-notch people as well, and many of them become great friends. Every week I take a look at what's happening in our area and I present a few events in our I Know Jax calendar to make it easier for you to find fun things to do. This has been the summer where I started to feel like we had moved to Amity Island. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden my Facebook feed has been filled with scary attacking shark stories. Last week I even watched that surfer guy in Australia who got attacked on live television. What do you think? Is it really safe to go back in the water? The timing for a big celebration for Jaws couldn't be better. The blockbuster movie is celebrating its 40th this summer. I have to admit, I'm almost embarrassed to admit that I did go to the movie in its original release. It was a big deal and a big movie back then. Think about it, it was the biggest grossing movie until Star Wars came along. The scariest part of that movie was the music, without doubt, right? Did you know that it was something that Spielberg came up with because they had a problem getting the robotic shark to work right? Genius move, Mr. Spielberg, but you already knew that, right? You can relive the drama in all its cinematic glory on the silver screen because Jaws is being screened at the Florida Theater on August 9th as part of their Summer Movie Classic series. I love art walks in the summer, and this month's art walk comes with the theme, Back to School. Bring the family and check out funforfirstcoastkids.com's Back to School Zone, complete with bouncy houses. Now for the adults, there's of course Local Brews in Hemming Park and Mama Blue, one of my favorite local bands. She's performing on the main stage there. Also stop by Chamblin's Uptown where the artist of the month is Leilani Leo, our buddy. First Wednesday Art Walk takes place downtown on August 5th. It's the week of first and more art walks are on the schedule. St. Augustine has theirs on the first Friday of the month. Check out new art exhibits at over 20 galleries. There's also refreshments and live music. The event is held rain or shine inside the member galleries and is free. There's a self-guided walking tour plus free transportation for tired art walkers is provided by St. Augustine sightseeing trains and Old Town trolleys. First Friday Art Walk takes place in downtown St. Augustine on August 7th. Now every Monday I upload the calendar to iknowjax.com so that you can always find it there. Or if you prefer, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/iknowjax and you always get notified when the calendars are updated. Every month I also write an article about fun things to do listing different events. Now if you have events you'd like us to list, just make sure to send me the event information. You can find information about how to submit events and all that on my website, and keep in mind we use this information for the TV calendar as well. So for more ideas, make sure to visit iknowjax.com and take a look at fun things to do in August. Recently, I met up with Susie from Fun for First Coast Kids, and we talked about back to school events. I'm hanging out with Susie, and we're talking about events leading up to school start.
Right.
So tell me all about it, I gotta know.
Well, you know, this time of year when you walk into the grocery store, back to school supplies right up front.
Yeah.
Which only means one thing.
Yeah, back to school.
Back to school,
Could
first
be
day.
it.
It's right around the corner. Teachers are going,
genius.
no. Parents are going, yes.
Please.
But that means there's lots of fun events celebrating the end of summer
Okay.
and getting us excited for the new year. All over town there's stuff happening.
So what? Give me some examples.
Okay, so downtown, first Art Walk Wednesday.
Okay.
We're one of the sponsors again this year. It's the Back to School Smarts. So there's going to be lots of art activities for kids, bounce house, and you can come learn about some after school programs.
Bounce house sounds like fun.
It's always fun.
Okay.
And then at the Jacksonville Zoo, Jazoo is celebrating his birthday, as well as having a back to school bash there.
Jazoo's the mascot.
The mascot.
For the zoo,
Yeah, and there's going to be other mascots there, so it'll be a lot of fun. And they have a $2 off coupon, so
Cool.
it's a
That's
good
a
day
good
to go.
thing. Yeah, okay.
Mandarin Southside area, they have the TNT Gymnastics is having a dance party for back to school. They have trampolines, which is always fun. Chick-fil-A on Southside by the Avenues is going to have a pep rally, like carnival games, arts and crafts going on there. And Skate Station in Mandarin, they're having a family end of summer game day.
Got to go to Skate Station.
Yeah, always fun. You can't leave that out. Let's see, what else? If you're around town at the YMCA's in August, they're going to be having a back to school bash. And you don't have to be a member to go. It's free for everyone.
Okay, cool.
And the Jacksonville Public Libraries are going to be celebrating their reading summer program ending. They had a superhero theme this year, and my son participated in it and got a free book. So we definitely want to go to the end of the year program.
So superhero theme, like Ant-Man and all that kind of stuff?
And the Avengers, all kinds of stuff. So it was fun for everybody.
It's a little cosplay for kids. Gotcha.
Definitely. Oh, and Pump It Up. We don't want to forget about Pump It Up in East Arlington. They are having a balloon bash, and the first 50 kids, they can get a goodie bag full of school supplies.
I'm going to ask a dumb question. What's Pump It Up?
Pump It Up is a place.
I obviously don't have kids.
It's full of bouncy houses. The whole place is full of bouncy houses, and it's really fun.
So you can just go bounce off the walls.
Go bounce off the walls. Get a lot of energy out.
Before you start school.
You start school. Get all the energy out now.
Now that sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
We'll check out all the details, and we'll have a link on our website at iknowjacks.com.
That's it for this week's episode. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with another brand new episode next week. And until then, I'll see you on the internet.